How's it going, everybody? My name's Dan and welcome to my channel. Electricity is a handy thing to have. It helps you light up your base and it helps you set up a defensive perimeter around your base. So in this video, we're going to be discussing the very basics of electricity in 7 Days to Die Alpha 19.2. To start, we have three different types of power banks. We have the generator bank, the battery bank, and the solar bank. If we hit N and we go to our skills tree, underneath your intelligence, you'll see advanced engineering. That with level 6 intelligence, and with level 3 advanced engineering, you can craft the generator bank. And then with level 4, you can craft the battery bank. And this will require you to have a level 8 intellect. Unfortunately, the solar bank cannot be crafted. It can only be purchased. Starting with the generator bank, you can also find the basics of electricity schematic to be able to craft it. But to craft it, it's 11 forged iron, 11 mechanical parts, and 16 electrical parts. Now, I'm not going to get into where to find these parts in this video, as I covered that in my how to craft guns video that's also in this playlist. But the generator bank is ran off gas, which when you have it in your inventory, you just hit refuel right here. And it requires at least one engine to operate. So if I put one in, you'll see now it has 50 max output. Each one adds 50 more for a max of 300. Now, if I turn this on, you'll see it will start running, but there's nothing connected. So if I connect this up by right clicking on it with my wire tool, I gotta be careful here, so I gotta turn on God mode, and then right clicking on what I want to connect it to, it'll start running. Now you'll see this drain as it runs, and it will also tell you right here how much power is being used. So if I add another thing to it by right clicking on another one, you'll see that one is now on too. And the power wattage went up to 40 watts. And as I said, right here, if you watch this over time, you'll see it drain. Now I only have 40 watts running for a max output of 300 watts, so I'm not gonna drain it very fast, but the more things I add to it, the faster it will drain. Next, we move on to the battery bank. Now this can also be crafted after you find the schematic for it, but it's crafted with 10 forged iron, 11 electrical parts, and 6 scrap polymers. It runs off the lead car batteries, and the level of the lead car battery determines how much max output it's going to put out. So level 1 is 29 watts, level 2 is 33 watts, level 3 is 37 watts, level 4 is 41 watts, level 5 is 45 watts, and level 6 is 50 watts. Now, just like the generator bank, if you can find 6 level 6 car batteries, you get a full 300 power wattage. It hooks up just like the generator bank, just right click on it, and then right click to whatever you want it to power, and turn it on. Yeah, I have something in there, but you'll see over time the level of this battery, this bar right here, is going to start draining. So all you got to do is hook it up to another thing like here and turn that on, and what that will do is it will charge up the batteries over time. I also wanted to mention before moving on that you can pick any of these up so long as you have a land claim block. So just hold E on it and then you can take it from right there. It needs to be repaired right now, so I can't take it, and it's repaired with the same thing that it's crafted with. But if I destroy this, you'll see that I now have no option to take it. As I mentioned before, the solar bank and solar cells cannot be crafted. They can only be purchased through the trader. Now these are always going to show up in his secret stash. Like right here, I have a level 4 solar cell and a solar bank right here for 3,000. They're really, really expensive. So in my opinion, it's really not worth it. And to purchase them, you also need to have an intellect of level 10 and better barter of level 5. But if you decide to go with the solar bank, you'll see that the solar cells that you put in them provide different outputs as well, dependent on the level. So level 1 is 17 watts, level 2 is 20 watts, level 3 is 22 watts, level 4 is 25 watts, level 5 is 27 watts, and level 6 is 30 watts. Now this is going to max out at 180 watts. Now, honestly, it kind of gels pretty nice with the battery bank. When these are using the batteries, what you can do is use these at night, and then during the daytime, you can hook this up to that and recharge the batteries. Now, remember, this is only going to be able to be placed in the sun and work during the day. So I'm not going to get into all the different traps. This is really just meant to be a basic electrical guide, but I'll show you how I set mine up. If you look right here, I have it set up kind of like in a parallel circuit, almost like in real life. And if I turn on the switch right here, you'll see that all of them start running. I have it set up like this so that if one of them breaks, all of the rest of them don't. So what you can do is you can get these to hit the zombies wherever they're going, and then you can have these out of the way so these won't get broken. And if one of these breaks, the other 3 keep running. The electric relays are really cheap to craft. They only cost 2 forged iron and 6 electrical parts. As well as the switches, they are also very easy to craft with 2 forged iron, 1 mechanical part, and 1 electrical part. Everything I've mentioned in this video up to this point is all crafted at the workbench. So one last thing to mention is each of the power banks can only have 9 direct connections. So if I tried to connect this to 9 different electrical components, that would be the maximum. That's where the wire relays come in. So I think that about wraps this video up. Like I said, this was intended to be really basic. So if you think I missed anything that's basic to electricity, let me know in the comment section below. If you found the video informative, please click that like button. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing for new 7 Days to Die content every Monday and Friday. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Peace.